Hi guys, I'm Kerth Gumbs. Today I want to take you guys through how to prep down a crab. There's been a lot of requests and I'm going to walk you through that today. I want to thank Bethnal Green Fish Supplies for delivering me this beautiful, absolutely large monster of a crab today. And when we're talking about, cooking crabs, we have to kill them. It's a bit squeamish. Anyone who is not into that, look away now. But there's two ways, and how we're gonna kill it is, this looks like a male. This is the little tail part. The crab will become very protective of this area right here as I start to touch it, which you will see in a minute. And this is to shut down the back part of the nervous systems. So I'm just gonna lift this up, and as you see, the crab is already becoming very protective of this area here. Strong guy. So now that we have the tail open, right here there's a natural opening, which is a hole, and all you want to do is be able to just send your knife or your screwdriver or a round steel through that area, and this will shut down the nervous systems at behind. Give it a bit of a wiggle, and that's just to slowly start to kill the crab. Now, once you have that in, as I say, it's a natural hole right here. The crab, now you see he starts to die. And next, what we're gonna do, again, is turn him over. And again, if you guys are a bit squeamish, don't look, but we have to kill the crab, and it's a better and humane way before we start to cook it. Again, right between the eyes, right here for the front part of the brain, to shut down that other part of the nervous systems. Again, I'm just going to, 1 second. Give it a bit of a wiggle in there again. And that's, again, to kill the crab. So the crab now is actually dead. It's not moving anymore. We just waited for it to just shut down all the nervous systems. And then I'm now gonna just poach it off. And what we have here is about 5 liters of water, 100 grams of salt, some celery, some thyme, some garlic, and a carrot chopped down. Boiling water. In a crab of this size, which is actually huge. I'm not even sure if it's gonna fit in my pot, but a crab of this size will probably take about 20-25 minutes to cook. And I'm just gonna top it up to make sure it's absolutely covered in the water. So yeah, so that's the end of it, the timer. It's about 25 minutes. She's just away. I have a bowl of ice water here ready just to put the crab in. Well, not enough ice, but very cold water. You just want to lift your crab out and get it into your ice water to cool down. Turn that off. And now I'm gonna chill this down, and I'm gonna take it outside, and I'm gonna prep it outside because it's gonna get messy. And I'm gonna do that in a couple of seconds while it's chilling down. Alright, see you in a minute. So now we're on phase 2 of the crab. It's already been cooked. It's been chilled down in ice water. And I just moved outside because it's gonna get messy. You're gonna have a bit of splits and splats. It's a good idea to always have an apron on when you're gonna prep these things down. Yes, I have gloves now, but later on I'll remove them, because when you're gonna pick through the white crab meat, which comes from the claws, it's better to be able to feel any bone or shell or anything like that with your bare fingers. But we'll keep the gloves for now. Again, on the bottom here I have a board and I have a tray. Reason being is, once I start to open this crab and access towards the brown crab meat, it's gonna have a lot of liquids that's gonna be flowing out, and not to keep it all messy, it's gonna be flowing straight in the tray. Next I have another tray here which is on a bit of ice, and that's for later when I'm gonna start to do the prepping. So we have our crab in that same spot. We have here the legs. I'm just gonna take off the legs out of the socket. You have and one fall off from before. Same with the claws. You're just gonna take it naturally out of the socket. Keep them on the side for later. Again, here as well. Keep that on the side for later. Take off that, you don't need it. And what you have here now is the main body of the crab, which is this bit. It's very flavorsome. It's good for a dish that I like called Singaporean chili crab. Absolutely love it. So what you want to do then is, once you take off this, have your thumb fingers placed at the back of the main body of the crab, which is to the back part here. I'm trying to do it so you guys can see. Place your two thumb fingers here and you just push up. And once you push up, you're then going to be able to release that. Okay. Once you release that, you have these, which is called dead man fingers. They're not particularly nice to eat, so you always discard them, throw them away. Just simply peel them back off. Dead man fingers. We're going to get rid of them. What you have here is where the most of the really sweet, rich part of the crab is, which is the brown crab meat. Again, you're going to see all this liquid. Just going to strain it off. I'm going to take a spoon and you're going to get in. You can mix it into compound butters to finish off, pastas to finish off different fish sauces. Yeah, it's absolutely quite versatile. So you're digging into the corners, and we're going to go into the next claw. Don't be shy. Take out your isolation anger, crack it, leave it another little crack. And again, you're pulling it. There's a cartilage inside of here. And I'm going to strip the meat away from there. That's the cartilage from the claw. This is the other part of the claw. Again, a little bit of isolation anger. Take it out. Don't be shy. Picking that meat out. And you're going to go over it again later without the gloves. And as this is a big crab, it's quite easy to get into the joints and get as much meat out as possible. Break the joints. Small tap. These are actually softer than the big front claws, so go a bit easier on that. And there you go, you got your nice leg meat coming out whole. So do not just throw these away because they are filled with meat as well. Now we're going on to the main body of the crab. This is very good into your stews, and it's packed with flavor. For your broths, for your bisques, for your crab stocks or whatever. This is gold. Gold, gold, gold. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get it down. Just to get a bit more access. And there's different meat all over this. And you got to go into all the little tunnels, all the little grooves, all the little connection of joints from the legs to get all the meat out. And just keep cracking away, and you will find more and more meat coming out of this crab. When you think you're finished, you're not. You're gonna cut it down again, open it up, and reveal more secret crevices where the crab meat is just lying, waiting to be picked. And I'm just using the back of my teaspoon, and I'm going in gently, just taking out all of those nuggets of gold. I love trying the different parts of the crab, where it comes from the main body, or from the collar, or from the back legs. I just love trying the different bits. And let the crab give itself to you, you know, just let it reel off. Woo boy, look at that. Meat galore, and I guess it helps as well. I mean, this was a very large crab, so it makes it easier for me to get access to the meat. And because of all of this crushing and cracking and going further in and trying to access and find the different nooks and crannies of where the luscious meat is lying, that's why we're gonna have to go through it later and pick it and possibly pick it again. Sometimes you do it 2 times, 3 times. You just pick it until you make sure that there's absolutely no shell. It's nothing more horrible, crab shells and egg shells, to, you know, find it in your meal when you're eating. You know, if you're in a restaurant, as you know, you're doing it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Sometimes you can even take the whole crab meat, go into the fridge. You can have a UV light in darkness, and the UV light will pick up all the different parts of shells that you might be able to not to see by eye. So that's another good technique. Look at that. Alright, so yeah, we've done a lot of the dirty bit in terms of prepping on the crab, but we still got a lot of work to do, and that's just to make sure that there's absolutely no shell left into the white crab meat. Whatever you want to do with it, shell is not nice to eat. So I'm just gonna go in with my fingers because it's easier for me to feel any bits of shell or cartilage or anything there, and I'm gonna be transferring it over here and then whacking it into the fridge later on. Gonna make up something nice, some chili crab, something. We'll see how it goes. So you just want it simple. Just rip the meat apart with your fingers, and you will find, see, shell on the side, shell again on the side, and just do a bit at a time. And when you're sure that that's done, take up the part that you've done, leave it over there, and you continue to go. Right away again, I'm picking up lots of different shells, and that won't be nice to crack your teeth into that. Whew. So yeah, there we go. We've finished. We've cooked the crab, prepped the crab, segregated the different meats. So you have our brown crab meat or white crab meat, and we got the shells. You know, I'm not gonna throw these shells away either. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna get these in the oven, high temperature, roast them off, and then I'm just gonna make a bit of stock with a bit of saffron, and I'll turn that into a bit of a bisque later, and some tomato paste, and a whole lot of love as well. You know, so don't throw them away yet. You can get loads of flavor out of this. You can cook down a crab risotto. You can make a bisque. And the white meat, I'm gonna put that either on some toast with some eggs and some chilies. I'm also gonna do some chili crab kind of flake meat with some spring onions and avocado, just to have later on. Why not? And with the brown crab meat, I'm gonna mix this with a bit of shallots, some lemon zest, some lemon juice. I'm gonna fold it into some butter, and I'm gonna hold it. And you can put it in the freezer, and then you can add it to anything. You know, as I said, if you're gonna have the bisque and you make a risotto with some of the crab stock, the brown crab butter to go into the risotto would be perfect. Something you guys can do at home. So you got like 3 different elements to have 3 different dishes, and that was just one large crab. All those shells give you a beautiful bisque. All this crab meat gonna give you some crab on toast. It's gonna give you, you know, crab noodles, crab risotto. Again, here, brown crab meat, crab risotto. Put it into pastas, emulsions. So many different things you can do. Just, you know, have a think about it. But now we know the fundamentals of how to break down a crab. I wanted to send out a big thank you again to Bethnal Green Fish Supplies, and I hope you guys are just there, you know, supporting knowledge, your local suppliers, and I hope we all can come back from this a bit more strong. So thank you guys. Woo! Let's go.